Hello and welcome to a long overdue visit back to the garden where much has changed. And so, with everything having been finally settled this past Wednesday, just want to come out here, pardon me while I catch my breath a bit, and give you an idea of where things are like now with the garden in its fully new setup thanks to our new partners Jerry and Jim, who have joined Marianne and Stripey in our work here today, or rather this year I should say, but you know, today's evidence too, even though I'm the only one out here that came out, was able to come out today. So just showing you what we've got. So, if you're familiar with the roses, of course, we still have them. They will always be here, the anchor. Some marvelous pruning work by Stripey here to really get them in. We do have this one here, which, as you can see, really isn't much of anything, so we'll probably get that moved or replaced with one of the other ones. But the other ones that we do have here are doing very well. The yellow one that was planted here is doing exquisitely. You can see one sort of lost all its petals, but we've got more coming, and I'm sure many more to come. And some other lovely blooms over here. And this is just all going great. Society Garlic is thriving. They'll be in a very good state this year. So, give you an idea of what's going on. So as you can see, the infrastructure has now been set up for everything in the main plot up front. Liner was put down to prevent weeds, and now bark covering everything along with the stepping stones. So now everything looks really, really lovely. So yay us in pulling all that together. It's really great looking, and I think it's just a much needed boost to everything. We have the little sort of brick setup over here that Marianne did. And to give you an idea of what's around in the front, we are still waiting on some seeds. They will be in this bed here, and this bed here, although as you can see over here we've got one tomato plant over there and other tomatoes will be joining them along with basil, so we've got that coming along. Over here we've got a squash plant going, which I'm sure will take over this whole spot quite well, along with another Society Garlic plant. The artichoke was moved over here and is thriving, along with the amaryllis, which you can see at the corners, doing very well too. The other ones are there as well, sort of buried away, but I'm sure we'll get some blooms from them soon enough. So hurrah for that. So we're just doing spectacularly here. Coming around, this was already redone by Jerry and Jim. This is more sort of their area, although we're sort of sharing everything out. And as you can see, they've already got lots of stuff going. Give you sort of the idea of the overall layout, as you can see right here. The new board that sort of shores up this back bed here is now much stronger than what was there. And the center bed setup, as you can see, over here we've already had some excellent broccoli growth from these guys. I used that in the recipe the other day myself, and we'll have more on the way. So as you can see, just great growth here. And flowers, herbs, and other things coming up in the center here. Unfortunately, my brain is such I forget what's what, but hopefully next time we're all together we'll have to see what's going on. I do recognize a couple of herbs there, so they're coming in nicely. We've got corn coming in right here, so that looks like it'll do spectacularly well. And then we have another tomato plant here, along with some flowers around, doing very nicely. One of the roses that we had now planted here in the ground, and hopefully taking nice root. As you can see, we've got that excellent bloom right there. More tomato back here, and other such plants. Some Society Garlic as well coming along, and so this will be filling out the back area here very nicely. And then over here, the rosemary and another rose doing nicely here. I forget what's there. I should know. Some lettuce, I believe, planted here, and we might have to space this out a bit. And then we've got a couple of the paper whites sort of hanging around. So the point is, all around, the garden is now in a much better overall shape. We couldn't do both plots with just 3 people on our own. There's no way to really invest the time and the effort to get everything all cleaned up. Now, quite frankly, I am very proud of this garden for the first time in a long while. Last year was definitely just a matter of maintenance, and it's just like, what can you do? Now it's sort of like, okay, everything is good to go. We just need some of these seeds to come in, which are coming in soon, next week or so, to get the other beds going. And with everything set up here, and beans are going to be in here, which is one reason why we have these little things set up on the side of the tomato here, so there is that. But I believe we're going to be having some of those. So it's just really well set up. I'm sort of thrilled to reintroduce the garden to you and to everyone else. I hope everyone enjoys. Surrounding gardens are looking nice as everyone is getting set up for their spring and summer as well. The vineyard, as you can see, thriving. Our neighbors, some excellent work here as always. They've just done wonders. Some wonderful kale, as you can see right there, and much more besides. And our across the way neighbors doing extremely well as well with what they've got. and the weather is lovely. So we will see what the year brings us. The major work of infrastructure is done. Sorry if I'm speaking up a bit, we got a loud plane overhead. But with the major infrastructure on the plot now completed, we are looking forward to what happens next. And it's bound, I think, to be a really good year. So we'll see how it all goes. Until next time, I'll talk to you then.